and the gorgeous Dawn Jubé is in a hard hat this morning.
You know it's going to be a good day when I'm wearing a hard hat, right? Yes, you know it's going to be a behind-the-scenes tour. Before we talk to Brian, let's pull up the footage right now of the False Creek Energy Center. And what we're seeing, Brian, right now is what most people actually do get a chance to see right by the Cambie Street Bridge, what looks like a bit of a hand or fingers.
Right, and if they read our little bit of signage, if they're very curious, they'll discover that this False Creek Energy Center is the only place in North America where we take heat from sewage and heat a whole neighborhood with hot water. It's a pretty amazing place.
And we are inside now, and this is, we'll tell you how people at home can experience this a little bit later, but where exactly are we right now?
Well, we're standing right in front of the pumps that distribute that hot water through the neighborhood to Science World and out to the new campus for the Emily Carr School of Arts. And these pumps pump hot water to every building in False Creek area, including the Olympic Village and all the buildings across from the Olympic Village.
Fantastic. Okay, well, people can learn a lot more about where we are, of course, if they make their way to Doors Open, which happens on October 3rd. And Sadhu, tell us a little bit about what is happening exactly on October 3rd.
Well, on October 3rd, the City of Vancouver opens the doors and gives Vancouver residents a behind-the-scenes glimpse into the operations of City of Vancouver. There are 4 clusters across the city where 18 facilities are open. You can see behind the scenes of civic theaters, of the mounted police. You can go behind the scenes at the dog pound or a facility like this. So we're really opening up the city facilities for Vancouver residents to get a behind-the-glimpse scene of what do we do at the City of Vancouver to keep things going.
You know, Russ, it's a little bit like my live eye. What a great experience for the general public to get a chance to have that behind-the-scenes experience. For more details on Doors Open, you can check out their website. Again, 18 facilities participating. What a great thing to take the kids to, hey? People can make their way here, actually, at the False Creek Energy Center, where they can have a behind-the-scenes tour on October 3rd as part of Doors Open. Brian, you were here last year for that, obviously. What was kind of the response of people kind of getting in here where normally they don't get access to?
Well, people were fascinated. This was one of the most popular places in Doors Open last year because they got to get right down into the secret workings of the city's utility systems.
And where are we right now?
We are standing right above the heat pump, which is the heart of the system we use to recover heat from raw sewage for the False Creek neighborhood.
So give us a little bit of the lay of the land, because we see lots of kind of different cylinders and dials and, you know, wheels and all that kind of stuff.
Right, right. Well, this is a very complicated mechanical and system, but I can break it down a little bit. Basically, we have, in the green pipes, we have sewage from the neighborhood and from downtown that we pump through this building. And any white pipe is hot water that we're producing from that sewage to heat the neighborhood. And you can see just a bit in the distance the big black machine. It is the fascinating part of this plant, because that is a very large industrial heat pump that was custom built for the city to produce the heat. And what it does is it uses a little bit of electricity to draw heat out of sewage and then transfer that at a higher temperature into the hot water. And it sounds very mystical, but actually the technology is almost the same as what is used in your refrigerator in your kitchen. Because if you think of your refrigerator, what it is doing is drawing heat out of the cavity of the refrigerator, and you may notice it's actually heating up your kitchen. There's hot air coming out of it. In this case, we draw heat out of the sewage and we heat up hot water rather than hot air.
Wow, what an education. So much to learn. And people at home, Jody and Riaz, they can make their way here. Actually, one of 18 locations for Doors Open, happening on October 3rd. For more details on what you can check out, a little behind the scenes, check out their website. Well, we're here outside of the False Creek Energy Center, where we've been making our way inside, getting a little bit of a behind the scenes tour, and we're going to tell you how you can do that as well on October 3rd. But Walter, maybe talk a little bit about what the community reaction was when they heard that they were going to get a sewage plant here.
When they're going to get a sewage pump station and a boiler plant in the middle of their community, there was a little bit of concern. So we were working quite hard with the False Creek Residents Association and the planning department to sort of workshop what the possible solutions might be that would yield a more transparent and less industrial looking building for them.
And it is a beautiful building. Let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges. I mean, we're right under the Cambie Bridge.
Right, we're directly under the Cambie Bridge, and it's a rather limited headroom condition. To essentially try to get the chimneys, i.e. the stacks, out from the boiler rooms, which are at the other side of the site, which gave us that sort of gently rising roof form and then ascending out into the stacks that you see here beside the bridge. And there again, the stacks have almost a hand-like quality to them. They're 5 digits with their fingernails, which can be illuminated at night. We were working with Stephanie Robb and Bill Peckett, who are the public artists for the project, and it was their design that helped us craft this sort of stainless steel, which is the essentially 3-foot diameter stainless steel pipes, which are the exhausts out of the low-carbon boiler system that feeds these.
And they light up.
And they light up at night, and they're essentially a cue to what is being produced in the plant. Because normally, of course, you're extracting heat from the heat recovery system in the sewage, but you're also, at peak times, having to fire the boilers. And they go from a blue to a green to a red, sort of indicating when, in fact, they're being fired up.
So much to learn and such a great experience making your way inside. You can make your way inside one of 18 facilities, including this one here in Falls Creek, on October 3rd. Doors open to you. Check out their website for more details on where you can go behind the scenes.